Foster's Quarantine Corner.
Good morning, Thorpe Cardinals. Today is Monday, June 1st, and it is officially summer break. Today, welcome to our super special, super secret, super surprise episode, 50th by the way, of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. So let's get started. We get to start off with one more bonus fun fact from our favorite Mrs. Milliron.
Hey Cardinals, today we're going to do an experiment with ivory soap. And yes, it has to be ivory soap. Now, if you know anything about ivory soap, you know that its claim to fame is that it's one of the few soaps that float. Now, I'm going to cut my soap into 4 pieces. And we're going to put this on the plate, and we're going to put this in the microwave. Now, I'm going to ask you to make a hypothesis as to what you think is going to happen to the soap in the microwave. A hypothesis is just a prediction based on what you think is going to happen and something that we can actually prove. So, do you think the soap is going to melt? Do you think it's going to turn color? What do you think is going to happen? Now, when we use a microwave, I want you to make sure that you have some adult supervision. And we're going to set it for a minute, and I might end up stopping it a little bit before it's done. Now, did anybody think that it was going to get a lot bigger than when we started? And if you look, it has a really interesting consistency, totally different than what we started with, but definitely not melted like butter would have melted. Now, the thing with ivory soap is it's actually very similar to popcorn. So, like when a popcorn kernel pops, the water inside of it expands and it makes it pop. And that's basically what happened here. Now, this effect, I'm going to just throw this out at you, is a demonstration of Charles's law. And Charles's law states that as the temperature of gas increases, which is the little bubbles of air in the ivory soap that makes it float, so does its volume. So when the soap is heated, the molecules of air in the soap move quickly, causing them to move far away from each other. And so that causes the soap to puff up and expand and basically get pretty ginormous in the microwave. Other brands of soap that don't have that whipped air in there actually do tend to melt in the microwave. Now, we can actually apply this to something else. We're going to put a marshmallow in the microwave. And again, make sure that you have an adult to help you with this. But look at the similarities between the marshmallow and the ivory soap, which doesn't take very long. And our marshmallow is basically made up of whipped air also. So, we can find out from this, and my kids know what this means, that science is not only fun, science is delicious.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Milliron. And thank you to all of the staff members who sent in the fun facts. This show truly could not have survived without each one of you. The past 10 weeks have been hard, but there's been one constant in the lives of the people of Thorpe and even some people outside of Thorpe, and that has been Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. Now, I'm here to let you in on a secret. Mr. Foster does not particularly enjoy being in front of the camera, but he decided he wanted to do this show because he knew it was the right thing to do. He knew he could use this as a way to unite the people of Thorpe in such a difficult time, to bring students and teachers, parents, and community members together. So, as a way to say a surprise thank you to him and to all the staff members, I asked for all y'all to send in videos. And boy, did you deliver. So, without further ado, here is what Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner has meant to you.
Hi, Mr. Foster. I really like watching Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner because it makes me smile, and I just like to see all the fun things that that you do and stuff. So, one of my favorite episodes is with Mrs. Trowbridge yanking you out of your show, but that is just me personally because it's funny. But yeah, I really liked all the episodes that you've done, and I think it's very fun. So yeah.
Hello, it's Mrs. Dixon. I'd like to take a few moments just to reflect on what Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner has meant to me. The episodes were informative, enlightening, interesting, and definitely refreshing. It was a way to feel connected with students, staff, and community, even when we were physically apart. Each day, I look so forward to watching each new episode. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the time and hard work that you put into this. I appreciate it and appreciate you. You rocked it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Foster, for all the great Quarantine Corner videos and all the senior celebrations. Have a great summer.
Thank you, Mr. Foster, for having all those great Quarantine Corners. Have a great summer. Bye.
Good morning, Foster family. I just want to say that I have enjoyed the Quarantine Corner. I grab my coffee in the morning, I get ready to hear my announcements, and then all day long, I hear the girls in my head all day long. I think I'll hear them for the rest of my life singing, Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. So thank you for doing it. There's been a lot of fun things. It's been fun. It's been enjoyable to see the kids, hear the jokes. I just think it was outstanding. Kudos.
Gracias, dankjewel, merci, Jean Julia, Shaishan, Argetta, and most of all, thank you for all the videos. I really love them. Bye, and have a great summer. Thank you, Mr. Foster, for all those great videos. I loved them. I learned a lot. Have a great summer. Bye.
Hi, Mr. Foster. Thank you for doing Quarantine Corner.
Hello, Mr. Foster. Just wanted to say thank you so much for providing us with Quarantine Corner. It was something that Emma and I looked forward to every morning. We really enjoyed hearing the jokes of the day. They were definitely knee slappers. And also, thank you for the fun facts, which everyone provided and sent in. We learned a lot from that. And it was just fun to hear from different teachers and students and the things that they were doing over this time. So thank you for taking the time and creating all those videos daily and getting all the help that you could with them. We really appreciated it, and we're sad that it's going to come to an end. But we want to say thank you, and we hope that you and your family have a great summer.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Foster. I watched almost every single video of Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner, answered some questions, and even made my own video with Harley. Harley is here today to say how much he thanks
you, and so am I, here to say how much we thank you for doing Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. It's really helped us, and it's really helped everyone else to know that you are here and ready to serve us. You know what to do, and you are doing it correctly. Thank you so much, and it means a lot to me because I get to see you every morning, and I get to see my friends doing a joke, or someone doing a funny video, or my teachers doing funny videos, and I really appreciate it. Bye! Thank you!
We love Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner, and our favorite part is the mini drums.
Thank you, Mr. Foster, for entertaining my family during quarantine. Please remember to stay safe, stay sanitized, and stay smart even over summer break. Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner.
Mr. Foster's Full Quarantine Corner. Lila, what was your favorite part?
The joke.
Tyler, what was your favorite part?
When he said that was a real knee slapper.
Ha ha, that's a real knee slapper. Mr. Foster, we just want to thank you for doing all the videos during the quarantine. It was a great way to keep in touch with all the teachers. We really enjoyed seeing the teachers and even some of the other students doing little bits in your daily videos. One of my favorites was, of course, the senior parade and the teacher parade. Love that. Thank you for sharing those for those people that were not able to get to the two parades. I know I really enjoyed Miss Jax's pajama jams where she would read stories to the students. I know she was really missing her little 4K kiddos. We also really enjoyed the episode where she showed us how to make maple syrup. So that was great to see Mrs. Jax. That was kind of like a little tour of a maple syrup establishment. We just really enjoyed a lot of Miss Millerine's science experiments. I know this is going to date Miss Millerine. I had her as a kindergarten teacher when she was still Miss Travis. So it was cool to see her again. I know Tyler's had her for science class. I was kind of hoping Lila would have her, but she is retiring. That's not going to happen. But I know Sean also had her, and my husband Andy had her too. So it was nice to see science experiments from her during the Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. So Mr. Foster, we would just want to thank you and your wife and your daughters for helping you videotape those sessions, any of your guests that came on. I know at our house we really enjoyed it. I had my kids watched it. The children at Cher's Little Zoo Daycare, they were watching Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner every day when they would come here. We enjoyed it. We want to say thank you to Mr. Foster, and we also want to say Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner. And of course, you always end the episodes as stay safe, stay sanitized, and stay smart.
Hey Adrian, I just want to say thanks for the commitment and the love you show your children and the staff at your school. You're an example to other administrators. Thank you again.
To Mr. Foster, I look forward to your Quarantine Corner episodes daily. You did a great job. Enjoy your summer and hope the new school year is great. From Mrs. Seaman. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone. This show was a community effort, and I'm so glad it brought joy to each of you. So, for the very last time, say it with me. Stay safe, stay sanitized, and stay smart.
Mr. Foster's Quarantine Corner.